Hello, here we are. We are back with episode 3 of what I'm calling this year the matchup series. This is our classroom connection videos I've done for about 5 years' time. And we have 2 new teams in. 7th graders here. I've got Zach and Chase against Julius and Kalen. And this is a battle of wits. So I have 3 questions plus a bonus question. And if you do the best, in my opinion, the best job on answering the question, you are awarded the card and the point. Okay, so it's just completely kind of up to me. But we'll see what you think at home. As always, you can let us know who you think is the real winners today. Was it Zach and Chase, or was it Julius and Kalen? All right, coin toss. Before the video started, our coin toss goes to Zach and Chase. So they have the decision. Do you want to respond first, or do you want to push it towards Julius and Kalen?
Yeah, you guys can go first.
Oh, okay. All right, first question up. Good luck. First question is respect. All right, so here's the question. Are middle schoolers getting better or worse with respect for others? We're talking about not just masks and COVID, respecting other people's opinions when it comes to that and vaccines, but what about respecting classmates and others in terms of groups, cliques, clothing styles, sports, art, hobbies, interests, music? So anyway, here's the question again. Are middle schoolers getting better or worse? All right, Julius or Kalen, who's first?
So I think that in some aspects we're getting worse because as people get more and more used to each other, I think they have more confidence to kind of critique them a little bit more. But as with that being said, with people getting to know each other more, they can see how much they have in common and become friends, so they also respect each other a little bit more.
But you think initially a little worse?
Yeah,
now.
In some aspects worse, in some aspects it's better.
Yeah, these are all going to be split. So we're finding out, are you going to say split, or do you say one or the other? Julius, are middle schoolers getting better with respect or worse?
Middle schoolers are getting worse with respect. Because as you get to know them better, you, like Kalen said, you start to critique them more, but in a sort of more rude or disrespectful way, like making fun of someone for a certain sport that they do, or on their clothing styles, or you disrespect them by taking something that's theirs, messing with them during class. It just gets worse and worse.
Oof, okay. So I'm hearing kind of a split, but I'm also hearing worse. All right, Zach or Chase, who's first? A chance to steal.
I'll go.
Okay.
I think it's worse too because, like they said, people like more rude and stuff to each other after they know each other better, like make fun of each other by jokes and stuff. And then I also think with the bathroom and stuff, like vandalizing and stuff, get it taken away. Yeah.
Good point. Zach.
So I think that there are so many aspects in ways it's getting worse because as years go on, more things go on, like say social media, clothing, and everyone is judging you on it. And middle schoolers nowadays are doing everything disrespectfully. Well, not everything, but it is getting worse as in anything you do could be critiqued by others nowadays.
Wow.
That actually makes a lot of sense.
Wow. So, I mean, we're going to, this card goes to Zach and Chase, but that was pretty close. I don't even want to put my own opinion in there. Are middle schoolers really getting worse with respect, or is it just kind of a part of growing up, But anyway, so first point awarded to Zach and Chase, but that was a close one. That was a close one.
That was a good
Okay, you guys are actually up for the new topic. Second card is behavior. We're talking student behavior, 7th graders behavior, middle schoolers behavior. All right, consider this the question though. Specifically, if a teacher calls you out for your actions in class, is that helpful or is that hurtful for your mental and social health? And I've done this plenty. If I call somebody out in front of others for what is going on, does that help in the moment? Or is that actually hurtful for mental health? Should that be done in a small group setting, like one-on-one instead? So consider behavior and consider being told about maybe some inappropriate behavior or something that was hurtful or harmful. All right, notice these are complex questions, right? So Chase and Zach, you are first on this topic. Does it help or hurt to be called out on behavior?
Honestly, it really does depend on the person. If, say, they do it like a lot of times within like one day or however many times, and they have repeated this behavior over and over, I think eventually you need to call them out. Like, you don't have to take them aside sometimes, but say it's like the first time you know that they'll probably get embarrassed, then you probably want to call them out to the hall, or just call them to your desk, or talk to them privately.
Great points. Chase, something to add?
Yeah, I think it's both because it depends on the person too. But like today, for like Mark, he was just like banging on it, and it gets like off track. It gets people off like task, and you know, it can get a little annoying. So I think that helps. So like other people can pay attention and stuff. But I also think like if it's a person that isn't used to that, it can get them kind of like sad or like awkward.
Absolutely. All right, good stuff. Julius or Kalen? Who's first?
I'm gonna go first. So I think it does depend on the person, like they said, but I'm gonna take it from my perspective. In my opinion, I don't really like it that much because I don't know. It just feels, for me, it's kind of embarrassing because I don't know why. I just kind of care what other people think of me. So for me, it's kind of hurtful. But I mean, I can see how it could be helpful to a person because if they're called out in front of the class, they're able to know like they need to stop doing this, and they can change your behavior for like the rest of the class.
Sure.
The rest of the classes. So.
Right. Julius.
I think that, well, I'm going to agree with Chase. I think it's helpful and harmful because sometimes, it depends on the person, but sometimes when people get called out in class, people get defenseless or whatever, and they just start saying random stuff to protect themselves in a sort of way. And it doesn't really help them out, it just makes it worse. For me though, I think it'd kind of be a little bit more helpful because then I'd be aware of what's going on and what I can do to better things. But for most cases, some people, it'd be harmful because it kind of just affects them and make them think differently and make them try to change themselves, which isn't always good, changing your personality.
Interesting. Well, I'm going with Kalen and Julius on this, mostly because I just wanted to see it even. No, because of the fact that sometimes it is harmful. Sometimes it's not going to feel right, but you guys said that as well. And then Julius talking about change, does it help change? Would it be better one-on-one? Whatever the case is, what do you like? If you're getting called out on your behavior, is it nice to know that on the side, one-on-one? Or students, is that okay to just make it a real quick statement in front of other people? Hey, you got to change what's going on. Notice that's distracting or even annoying, Okay, we got one last question and then a bonus question. This one is always health class. In health class, should we involve more or less small group work? Small group work, of course, being turning and talking, maybe in pairs, maybe 3s or 4s. Doesn't mean it's projects all the time. It could simply be just little activities throughout the period. But do we need more? Do we need more small group work instead of large group work, specifically in health class? Kalen and Julius are first to talk this time.
Okay, you go first.
I think that it should, for health class, I think it should be evened out in a sort of way because if you get to work in smaller groups a little bit more often, then you get to share your thinking and expand your mind in the way that it thinks. Which will help you think differently, like in other classes. It will help you think of other perspectives. But thinking to yourself, or not exactly to yourself, but working with yourself is like improving your brain and adjusting it and helping improve how you think yourself. So that's what I think.
So solo helps, but small group work could be even more beneficial?
Yeah. I think it both benefits you either way.
Yeah, so there's a benefit on either. All right, Kalen, you taking a stance?
Yeah. So I think that we should do more small group work because we do a little bit, but on the project that we're doing right now, I think it would be, I wouldn't say better, but like I guess more fun because in small group works, I feel like people are motivated to work more, And it's also, I feel like the products are better because people are able to bounce ideas off each other, and
Yeah.
it's not just one idea, it's multiple, so that people are able to come up with the best answer, not just like one answer that could be mediocre.
Sure. So you're saying more small group work.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, so a chance to steal. Zach or Chase, who's up?
I will. I agree with Kalen. I think small group work is better because you get to hear other people's perspective. And like say, you're teaching to the whole class, not everyone's gonna raise their hand and talk. So you don't get to hear everyone else's perspective. But when you're in like small work, you get to talk to everyone else and you get to hear what they're saying, and maybe you can better understand like what you're learning.
So more.
So more. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Honestly, once again, it does depend on the person. So, like, honestly, I think there should be an option sometimes. Like, if you want to work alone, you can work alone because everyone's different. But if you want to work with a group, because you do get to hear other perspectives and stuff. But personally, sometimes other people work better alone. But working with the group, I like working with the group, so I think more would be good.
Sure. I think we all like working in groups.
Yes.
But it's just a matter of, would it benefit us? Should we do more? Do we have enough going on? So I'll tell you what, guys, we're split. Right? You both get a point for that. You both made very similar explanations and points on that. Yeah. So going into our bonus question, we are tied. Going into our final bonus question. All right, great thoughts so far. And here's the final one just for fun. Bonus. Popularity versus privacy. Which one is better? Which one is more beneficial for a person, maybe even growing up, maybe even a young person, to be popular or to have privacy? You can think of the most popular celebrity that you can come up with in your mind. Is that good? Do we have anything that can benefit from being that known, well known? Or is there a really nice part about having your own personal privacy? So, tricky last question for our bonus question, okay? Chase and Zach, you are first to talk on this final question. Popularity versus privacy.
Honestly, privacy is way more important growing up and in life. There's no one that does not need privacy. Everyone needs an alone time sometimes to fix their mental health and just think. Say you're mad or you're going through bad emotions, you need to think about it, and you need to be alone sometimes for that. So I think that privacy, in most aspects, you have to grow an aspect of privacy more than popularity.
Gotcha. Chase.
I'm split on both because I feel like popularity, it can make people like happy and like maybe boost their confidence, like they're more popular.
Right.
But I also think like you need privacy, like he said, for like a long time, just like for your mental health, just like be there in the moment and not always worry about like what other people think about you or how popular you are.
Yeah. So you're split.
Yeah.
Leaning towards privacy.
Yeah.
Okay, Kalen or Julius?
Yeah, I'll go first. So I agree with what Chase said about the popularity part. If you boost someone's confidence, but I think that, like Zach said, privacy is really important because even the most popular people in the world, like, they probably have stuff that they don't want to share, stuff that only they want to know, so they're dealing with that they want to be able to deal with themselves. And I think privacy is important for like a long time, like they said.
Julius, jump in there.
I think popularity is better because if you were to take an example of a celebrity, like for example, Michael Jackson, most of his songs he probably didn't make up by himself. He probably got help from people throughout his entire life, like it improved his thinking, his imagination, creativity. It all helps you throughout your whole life, like as a child, like throughout your childhood or while you're still growing up as a young adult. So I think that it all helps you being in popularity.
Do you think a person who is popular might be able to spread messages a little bit easier?
Yeah.
Let's say you want to take an advocacy cause, for instance. Something to consider. Okay, so where am I going with this one? We're going over here, Julius and Kalen. I like Julius's answer at the very end. At the very end. Oh, these guys, that's just totally my call, right? And Zach and Chase did a wonderful job. Maybe they're the winners. You let us know. Obviously, you can comment at any point. Did I make the right choice? Kalen and Julius take this week. Maybe you guys want to come back for a rematch at some point.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, as always, thank you for watching. Thanks to these four for jumping in. Excellent opinions. And we'll be back soon with some more of this matchup series in our Classroom Connection videos. All right, guys, stay by, and thank you so much.
Bye. Thank you.